Would you rather buy it for 6.7 million or build it for 9.7 million? Why replacement cost matters. So we're going to assess the concept of replacement cost through a deal that's happened in the market recently. So for context, there's been a recent sale of a industrial asset in the East Industrial Market in Brookvale. That asset is a 1,200 square meter site with about 1,000 square meters of buildable area on it. It sold for 6.7 mil, which is about 6,500 per square meter. And we want to assess whether that is cheaper to buy as an existing asset that stands today, or whether it is cheaper to build. So we have gone through and done a replacement cost analysis. And so why do we do this? The answer is to assess what makes more sense for an investor. And generally speaking, buying something today is a lot less risky than building it. So that's the preference. To do this and stepping through this slide, we've got all of the different costs pertinent to this site. Replacement cost is very specific to the asset that you're trying to assess it against. You shouldn't just use a generic kind of replacement cost. It should be specific to the building height, the building size, in terms of car parking and all the rest of it. And to get those costs, you should speak to a construction cost consultant, which is what we've done in this case, and then overlay that with various assumptions pertaining to what actual land costs in this submarket, what type of incentives that would have to give to a tenant, and in financing assumptions, how much we could finance a development like this from a bank. So all of that has culminated in us getting to a total cost of about 8.4 million for this site, which is about 8,122 per square meter. So already you'll think that's a lot more than the buying it, the 6.7 mil of buying it, 6,500 per square meter. But it doesn't just stop there when it comes to building it. After those costs, a developer, they don't work for free. They demand a margin for building anything. And unless you're going to develop it yourself, if you're using a third-party developer, they'll charge at least 15%. And that adds, in this case, another 1.3 million to your cost, or 1,200 per square meter. So in terms of building this specific asset, if you wanted to build it today, that would cost about 9.7 million, or 9,341 per square meter of building area. Or as we know, this asset sold for 6.7 mil in the market. Doing this analysis helps you figure that out, and it's really important to making sure that you're making a smart investment decision when assessing a commercial real estate purchase.